Hello students, welcome to today's lecture series on AMP 202, Farm Animal Anatomy and Physiology, Study Section 3. The title of today's topic is Anatomy and Physiology of the Nervous System. Introduction. The nervous system consists of the brain, spinal cords, and peripheral nerves, which connect the various parts of the body to either the brain or spinal cord. A variety of cell types are found within the nervous system, but the primary functional cell is the neuron. A major function of other cell types, which outnumber neurons 10 to 1, appears to be maintained the cellular environment and supports the activities of the neuron. In this study section, you will be introduced to the roles of nervous system in coordinating animals' response to the environment, central nervous system, peripheral nervous system, and the physiology of the nervous system. Learning outcomes for study section 3. On completion of this study section, you should be able to know the roles of nervous system in coordinating animals' response to the environment, understand and explain the central nervous system, discuss the peripheral nervous system, and discuss the physiology of nervous system. The nervous system. Nervous system is a complex network of nerves and cells that carries messages to and from the brain and spinal cord to the various parts of the body. The nervous system includes both the central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system. The central nervous system is made up of the brain, spinal cord, and the peripheral nervous system is made up of the somatic and autonomic nervous system. The nervous system, the adjustment of an animal's response to changes in the environment and the complex linking the various processes in the body that this response involves are called the coordination. I'll take that again. The adjustment of an animal's response to changes in the environment and the complex linking of the various processes in the body that this response involves are called coordination. The two systems are involved in coordinations in animals. These are the nervous and the endocrine system. Since we are discussing about the nervous system here, we are not going to talk much about the endocrine system. The nervous system operates via electrical impulses among nerves fibers, and endocrine system operates by releasing special chemicals or hormone into the bloodstream from the gland. So the basic function of the nervous systems are to initiate or regulate movement of the body parts by initiating or regulating contraction of skeletal, cardiac, and muscle cells. It also regulates secretions from the gland. It also gathers information about the external environment and about the status of the internal environment of the body using sense and mechanism to detect pain, temperature, pressure, and certain chemicals such as carbon dioxide, hydrogen, and oxygen. Central nervous system. The central nervous system has a fundamental role in the control of behavior. It contains the brain and the spinal cord, which are both encased in bone, which shows their importance. Both the brain and the spinal cord receive signals from the afferent neuron and send signals to muscles and glands through efferent neurons. The brain is the body's control center. The central nervous system has various centers located within it that carries out the sensory, motor, and integration of data. The brain, which is the integral part of the central nervous system, lies between the skulls and is shaped like a mushroom. The brain consists of 4 principal parts. We have the brainstem, which is also known as the medulla oblongata. It is located between the pons and the spinal cord, and it is only about 1 inch long. Then we have the cerebrum. The cerebrum forms the bulk of the brain and is supported on the brainstem. The cerebrum is divided into two hemispheres. Each hemisphere controls the activities of the body, activities of the side of the body opposite that hemisphere. The hemispheres are further divided into the four lobes. We have the front lobes, we have the temporal lobes, we have the parietal lobes, and we have the occipital lobes. Then we also have cerebrum as part of the brain. Cerebellum is located behind and below the cerebrum. Then we have the diencephalon. Diencephalon is also known as the forebrain stem. It includes the thalamus and the hypothalamus. The thalamus is where sensory and other impulses go and collapse. Then the hypothalamus is the smaller part of the diencephalon. Another part or integral part of the central nervous system is the spinal cord. The spinal cord is a cable of nerve tissue that passes down the channel in the vertebra from the hindbrain to the end of the tails. It becomes progressively smaller as paired spinal nerves pass out of the cord to part of the body. Peripheral nervous system. The peripheral nervous system consists of nerves that are connected to the brain, cranial nerves, and nerves that are connected to the spinal cord, spinal nerves. The autonomic nervous system is also part of the peripheral nervous system. The peripheral nervous system includes the nerves and the ganglia outside the central nervous system. Its purpose is to convey sensory information to the brain and spinal cord and to produce movement of muscles and secretion from the gland via the motor nerves. Cranial nerves. There are 12 pairs of cranial nerves that comes from the brain. Each passes through the hole in the cranium, that's the brain case, and the most important of these are the olfactory, optic, acoustic, and vagus nerves. The olfactory nerves, that is this nerve that's used for smelling, carry impulses from the olfactory organ of the nose to the brain. Then the optic nerve, that's the sight nerve, which carries impulses from the retina of the eye to the brain. We also have the olfactory nerves, which carries impulses from the cochlea of the inner ear to the brain. And last, we have the vagus nerve, which controls the muscles that bring about swallowing. It also controls the muscles of the heart, airways, lungs, stomach, and intestine. Then we have spinal nerves. Spinal nerves connect the spinal cord to the sense organs, muscles, and glands in the body. I'll take that again. Spinal nerves connect the spinal cord to sense organs, muscles, and glands in the body. Pair of spinal nerves leave the spinal cords and emerge between each pair of adjacent vertebrae. Then we have physiology of nervous system. Neurons have two major functional properties. One, irritability. It is the ability to respond to a stimulus and convert it into a nerve impulse. Then second one is conductivity. It is the ability to transmit the impulse to other neurons, muscles, or glands. Thank you for listening. Hope you have a lovely day.